good morning once again. We are outside the studio now with our gardening expert, Derek Thomas from Thomas Landscapes, and we're going to talk about plants. So you've had some plants indoors. Now it's time to get them back outdoors, and it's not just as simple as putting them outside and saying, all right, good luck out there. Let's talk a little bit about getting those plants outside and getting them used to it again.
Right, yeah, you've got to give the plants a chance to acclimate, and basically, you know, what that is the process of them going from reduced light indoors to full sun outdoors. Now, tropical plants have become the rave, and a lot of people for years have been putting their tropical plants out on the balcony or what have you. This is just a way to make sure that you're not burning out the leaves, make sure that the leaves are properly maintained before you take them out. So what you want to do is you want to start when you take the plant outdoors, give it a shower. You know, wash those leaves off because it's built up dust over the winter. So, you know, make sure that you've cleaned up the leaves. The other thing that you want to make sure is that you don't place it directly in the sunlight immediately. Okay. Even if it is a plant that can take full sun, it will burn. Plants are just like us. They will get sunburned.
So the key is gradual.
Gradual introduction. If you've got a shade tree, maybe place the plant under the shade tree for a couple of weeks and then gradually introduce it into the sun. Okay. You know, one of the things that has happened over the winter is the soil has gotten a little bit funky, yeah. and with this, for instance, the big technical term there, with this clivia, you know, you've got a lot of old soil here. What we want to do is we want to actually take out that top 2-inch layer, and then we're going to add some really good compost. This is just really great composted material. Mm-hmm. We're going to add that to all of the plants that are going outside for the summer as a top dressing. That's going to go a long way in helping that plant to get a good root structure going again. Okay. The other thing that has happened with a lot of the plants, this was a beautiful wandering Jew last year.
I've got it.
And this was a beautiful geranium last summer. They've both become really, really leggy, once again, because of the low light indoors. Right. With the wandering Jew, what we've done here, we've cut off entire pieces. You can take clippings like this out of the plant, and we've just stuck it into soil. The plant will root really quickly, the plant will send out side branches, and the plant will become a full hanging basket within the course of a couple of weeks.
Well, I want to make sure I'm understanding this. You take some plantings and you put them here, and then do you get rid of the rest of this?
Well, what you can do with this is if you fertilize this, do the top dressing to this, it will flush out again. Okay, right. But you don't want to hold on to all of these old you can just cut all of this out. Okay. Now the geranium, a lot of people bring geraniums indoors in the winter, and then they don't want to cut this off. This is no longer needed. The plant has gotten leggy. What you want to do with the geranium is actually remove all of this, bringing the plant back down to size. There's a little bit of, you know, that leaf is coming out right there on that node.
Leave that.
Take that off like that. Once again, make sure that you've cleaned up the top layer of soil. Take a little bit of compost, add that as a top dressing, and then the geranium's going to flush back out. It's going to be a beautiful flowering plant within the course of a couple of weeks.
Take care of your plants, and they will take care of you. Very good. Great information. And I think it's good to hear you say that and see you do that, because I think people are afraid to do that sometimes.
People are afraid to do it. They think that if they cut the plant, the plant's going to thank you for it, mm-hmm. because what it's going to do is you've gotten rid of a lot of this old growth. This old growth is no longer needed.
Right.
The plant is already trying to flush itself out on its own. Give it a help, give it a haircut, and you'll go a long way.
All right, Derek Thomas, as always, it's a joy to have you here, sir. Thank you very much. Thomas Landscapes. We'll be back in a moment with the answer to today's trivia question. We'll be right back. Stay with us.